All right, so as we take a recess there in the Senate, let's get back to Andy McCarthy, who is helping us analyze this and give us some context and perspective. Andy, before we jump back into the hearing, you mentioned politicization of the Department of Justice. That is a point that Louisiana Senator John Kennedy was making as he really took a blowtorch to the Attorney General. Listen to this exchange here.
You're just a vessel, aren't you?
I'm not sure what you mean by that.
The National School Board Association sent the letter to the White House, and the White House promptly called you and said, sic the FBI on parents at school board hearings. And that's what I mean. The White House is the prophet here. You're just the vessel.
You know, we did learn, Andy, that the National School Boards Association was in talks with the White House for several weeks about this. Finally, the letter was sent to the president on September the 29th, and then promptly the DOJ was notified, hey, you better look into this, and that's when the memorandum was sent from the Attorney General to the FBI. I mean, there does seem to be a lot of politics
I think,
at play
John,
here.
that Senator Kennedy was underscoring that Attorney General Garland's testimony on this particular is simply not credible. It's not credible for him to say that he was basically sitting at his desk minding his own business and decided to issue this memo. The letter from the school boards that the White House worked on was dated September 29th. Less than a week later, you get this memorandum from Attorney General Garland. Now, mind you, Garland has a lengthy career as in federal law enforcement as a top official, first in the Clinton Justice Department, and then as a distinguished judge of one of the most eminent appellate courts in the United States. He's also, as Attorney General, he's got access to the Office of Legal Counsel and the best, most informed minds about criminal law analysis at the federal level in the Justice Department. This memorandum, which comes very shortly after what he got from the White House, or from the school boards that were working with the White House, has no citation to any authority and is on a subject that there's no federal jurisdiction over. So it's clear that this was politically driven, and it's got very little to do with legitimate law enforcement.
You know, under questioning, he did suggest that threats sent over the internet or threats made over the telephone could fall into federal jurisdiction. But moreover, he said this is not about parents, his memo to the FBI, and that it doesn't have a chilling effect on free speech. Do you agree or disagree with that?
No, he's completely wrong about that, and he knows he's wrong. Moreover, John, I point out that the Justice Department has jurisdiction to defend the Civil Rights Acts, which means, you know, there's no question that the protection of Americans by the First Amendment is federal. So unlike threats at the school board level, which isn't federal, the Justice Department actually has a responsibility to protect the dissent of parents if they want to object to what happens at the schools. That's clearly federal.
So this isn't just about the Department of Justice or the FBI or the Attorney General, because the letter from the National School Boards Association went directly to the president. Here's what the Wall Street Journal wrote in an editorial today. About those domestic terrorist parents, the NSBA has owned up to its mistake, but what about the Biden administration? Should the White House get involved here again, apparently, and say to the Attorney General, you know, the whole tone and tenor of this thing has changed, let's back off?
Yeah, in a perfect world that would happen, John. But, you know, in a perfect world, the White House would say that, and Garland would say, well, then why did you lean on me to issue this in the first place? But none of them want to say that because they'd both be admitting that the Biden administration was politicizing the Justice Department.
Well, I mean, it's pretty clear, Andy, given the fact that there were all these conversations, that there was all of this over-the-top inflammatory language that was included in the letter to the president, and then the School Boards Association backed off on it all, that there's definitely a political component to all this. Andy, good to have you on standby. We might bring you back a little later as the hearing goes on. Appreciate it. Thanks.
Hi, everyone. I'm Brian Kilmeade. I want you to do me a favor. I want you to click to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page. This is the only way that I know for sure that you're not going to miss any great commentary, any great news bites, any great interviews coming your way on Fox. You can get it all here on YouTube. So subscribe right now.